When I was a kid, my best friend in the entire world was this boy named James, and we did everything together. Like, we played Minecraft and other video games, and this one time I went to his house. He's like, dude, I can't hang out. My whole family has lice. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I already rode my bike. So I went in anyways, and I ended up having to shave my head. James and I looked exactly alike. I just really wish we grew up on the same advice, because James and I were inseparable. We were attached to the hip. But whenever I spoke Spanish in his house, I noticed the energies start to shift. Like when I would mention Colombia, my home, this place I'm proudly from, his family would look at me wide-eyed and terrified, and I'd be like, what? Did I say something? But I was like 7. I was too young to get it. I love James and his brother Kevin. His family was cool and his family was nice. It's just I wish we grew up on the same advice, because as we got older, we kind of started to grow apart. No more 3 a.m. Mountain Dew fueled sleepovers playing Kingdom Hearts. And when we hit 7th grade, we started to figure out who we are. I was this loudmouth class clown, and James was this amazing sports star. And me, I hung out with the art kids and the freaks and the geeks. And James' crew was more popular. They weren't more unique. You could hear it in how they would speak, because they would call me slurs and say things like, go back to where you came from. And I'd be like, go back to where I came from? Are you mad? I fucked your mom? But I never blamed James. It was his friends that were being hateful, if you want to be precise. It just kind of hurt that my best friend never stood up for me. It hurt that we never grew up on the same advice, but eventually we grew apart and we grew up and I moved away. I never even said goodbye to my best friend. I wouldn't have even known what to say, but that was like 20 years ago. I forgot all about that day. Till yesterday, I was on Facebook looking at photos, old photos that are cringe, and I see a photo of James and I smiling. I'm like, damn, that photo used to be on our fridge. I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of excited. My heart skipped a beat. The nostalgia started washing over me like I'm making a blanket for it, and I'm grabbing sheets, and I saw that his profile was tagged, so I went to his page. Location said Waxhaw, North Carolina, where I'm from. God, that small town used to feel like a cage. I wanted to see what became of my best friend's life, but when I looked at his job, it was just 3 letters, and those 3 letters said ICE. I'm not trying to humanize these devils that hunt us in the street, that shoot us down in broad daylight just for trying to make enough money to eat. I just think that hate is something that's taught and evil is a choice. And when you're facing a fascist regime, it's important to organize and use your voice. I just can't help but think of my old friend James when he's shooting at protesters, when children are being detained, when mothers are sobbing and the block is in flames. I can't help but wonder selfishly, does he remember my name? When he's kidnapping immigrants or slamming them on the concrete, does he not think of his best friend, the one that lived down the street, the one whose entire immigrant family he met, broke bread with, and ate? Does he not remember the sleepovers or the play dates? That's when I looked at the photo. I looked at it twice. I closed my laptop and I said, damn, we definitely did not grow up on the same advice.